Okay, so for Storm and Norman, right, weren't you guys the ones who stormed Ireland and Brennan was mad and you guys were some heathens and... Well, now, are we talking like real history, or are you talking the shit that you peddle at your fucking stupid university? I get confused with you Irish folks. Right, yeah, okay. So, cause Brennan, right? I mean, what is he, Austria? I don't know. By the end of this, like, Switzerland and Sweden are going to be best friends. I mean, like, I got dads everywhere. Right, yeah. The Bruce over in Scotland, someone special over there, right? They got a Scots yard. Right, okay, we did one-ply toilet paper over there for a reason. Yeah, we're not real cushy with the enemy of everybody. We got real living estate work to do, and what the fuck did you all do before this kid got here? God, did you make a diarrhea mess? That's the one part she got right. Oh, right, but act like a lady. Yeah, great, Dad, thanks. Are you ever gonna come visit me? 'Cause your accent, I will definitely not be able to, like, sit still, like, somewhere. As soon as I hear it, it's just like, wait, you sound smart. You sound like you don't come from around here, and I like that about you. That day never happened. Anyway, so, instead, I got the guy in the black robe at the end of Star Wars. Nick. So, let's put it this way. Alright, so here's the thing. George Lucas, before I was born, did this, like, montage that the echelon outside of my America and my scope of New York reality understood and clung on. Right, with this whole, like, concept of, like, space and space aliens, and let's not be too hard on one another on dry land, because there's scary stuff, right, at ship level of whatever level they are at, and they don't teach us that stuff either, right? We go with what we're given. Alright, so, like, if you were, like, an Ewok, and I was, like, a Wookiee, could we still be friends? And just for, like, coming to the agreement that, like, we just need you to agree not to harm, like, one of our people of importance. One of our family members. Very good. Okay, great. Thanks. Great. Okay, so that gave you, like, a anthos or anthology, or, like, I don't know, what do you call it? I mean, it's not a theology, so it's a whatever, to speak to one another. Then the fact that, like, he came out with, like, I don't know, he messed them up, like, 'cause it's 1 through, 6, and then he came out at 3, went down to 1, then he went up to 6, or did he go to 4 and then up to 6? I don't know. It's like life with you humans at my level of genetics. I'm going, why are they playing Star Wars with my equipment? I did not agree to that. Like, we gave them the movie, so they'd hands off the fucking equipment. You're not Wookiee, you're not Ewok, we're not making a new league for all areas stupid and, like, geeky and retarded. I know you got all turned on by some fat thing holding a leash with some half-naked princess. Creepy. Yeah, we got that. We saw a couple of you at... I don't ever want to see that happen again. That's not my family. He hasn't mine either. Okay, great. So wipe him off. He's not on the wedding list. Put him on the funeral list if you don't mind. Okay, so now, here we are at, like, Star Wars was confusing enough as, like, a little princess, or, right, and I'm like, I really hate the word queen. The word queen is, like, first of all, it's so overused, it's so misprogrammed, and it is an egg with a sperm going into it. I mean, like, what a creepy way to write someone, like, some honor and, like, whatever on some paper. Right, I mean, Chihuahua titles, yeah, they get that. Alright, so there we are. So we're a working family, apparently, and, Right, okay, got it. But now, what happens when the goddess of the family, above the queen level, right? Yeah. Okay, so I have a queen title, and I stack a god title on top of that. I think I put a Tsarina in between, because that's what Brennan and Austria, Sweden, and Switzerland like. Right, good. Okay, so we have a little room between breeding material, like real royalty, and god level. Okay, great. So now that's our sandwich at upper echelon, where my betrothed is stuck, while I'm in the shifting sands of soft shit that everybody swears they're helping with, but they keep piling on the soft shit and sinking deeper in with me, and they're not being very helpful or useful. Even though I don the title Queen, Tsarina, and Goddess Nyx from birth. So, how does that work? I mean, all the courtyard, the court and the yard, Scotland Yard, I guess you say, right? Bruce, I don't know. Not the Springsteen guy, right? No, my level of genetic approval in Brennan is friends with some people at Bruce. At least he was when I was first born. I don't know now that this all came out. God only knows. They're like, oh my God, she's not ours. Right, well, what do you want me to tell them? I mean, you don't know how to talk to them. Clearly, you didn't get anywhere 42 years, me swimming in shit. So, what do you want me to tell them exactly? Like it is, don't apologize, right? Yeah, I got that. Okay, great. So now that we've pissed the whole league off from top to bottom, bottom to top, and I still have no hope of being saved or anybody getting my part right, in actuality. Anybody here that I actually sold Anna TEOFRIO's house? Oh my God, is that like Anthony TEOFRIO 1975's grandma and Nora's grandma? Oh my God, look at that. Yeah, I sold it before I even knew them. It came to me on some house values. I'm assuming it's either Knights of Columbus or someone's league dad of veterans that were trying to, like, okay, oh God, what is this going to do? Like, shaking the shit back, going, oh my God, what are we gonna get next? Right, yeah, that's how life feels in America, in New York. I'm right there with you. And I just need Niklaus. Like, I mean, everybody got a pooper scooper. Right, okay, so somehow Anna TEOFRIO, I went there, and it was a very dark-skinned man. I mean, he looks like, I want to say, yeah, I'm gonna butcher this, and I apologize. I'm gonna try though. It's almost like Obi-Wan, but it's Obujan, something along. But no, then that sounds too Arabic. I always butcher it, but there's a reason, because right, some of my friends I need to keep with no phonetic attachment. So someone like him answers the door. Oh, wait, but no, that was the next door neighbor at 24, and then I got to 26, Ozark. Believe it or not, I think, was it Ozark is the one that they lived on? Hard to remember. Okay, but it would make sense that they live in the Ozarks. That's Anna TEOFRIO. Oh, my God. Oh, and the other grandma that I never met before I got here was on Paula Blvd in CENTEREACH. Oh, my God. The biggest family in, like, nobody gives a shit land. Yeah, that fucking family. I don't really need her attaching into, like, Party Central, thanks. Right, yeah, that's okay. There's a lot of, like, upset, right, but not. So let's get to know them, right? So Teresa then, turns out tenant upstairs, right, vacates. But he was kind enough to give the paper to Teresa, the sister. Teresa hires me. I bring John along just for shits and giggles, since he's doing mortgages and he knows Nora TEOFRIO. I had no idea until we're in the house doing a open house, and then he mentions it, and I'm like, oh. But Teresa said on the front porch, she's like, you remind me so much of my niece. I have a niece your age, Nora. She actually just had a baby also, and because I had just had Alexander. And I was like, really? I was like, oh, that's nice. She's like, she's about your age. And I was like, oh, she's like, you might know her. Do you know Nora? And I'm like, I'm not from around here. And she's like, oh, okay. And then John, later on, I guess it dawned on him that he knew Nora. I guess the party scene's kind of small. So anywho, sold the house, didn't think much of it, went to the closing, didn't know what I was in for, because again, I don't go research. I mean, where do you go for private investigating on, like, things and people? Like, do I do this on every client? I mean, I haven't researched one of my clients. It's like, they're like, I want to sell a house. I'm like, great, here's the paperwork. Great, thanks, okay, great, I'll see you at the closing. I mean, what more is there? Like, am I supposed to be hanging out and having parties with these guys? I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, they met me, I was professional, I did the job. And some of them I didn't, but there's other stuff going on. You go talk to your league representative and leave my name and any curse words out of it, because there's other stuff going on more deeper in your neck of the wood that needs tending to, in sutures and stitches. I'm just the one to rile you up enough to go call whatever you've been leaving off your agenda daily for years. So anyway, let's see. It's a team effort in Long Island, yeah. My whole fucking team went to sleep. And tranquilizers, heroin, darts, some Special K, some mollies. I mean, there's been a whole lot of stupid shit in my, like, lifetime of drugs that I've heard about. And did you know that they opened some kind of sex ring on Long Island? Oh my god. There was something called a Long Island Lolita. Didn't think much of it. There's something about a Lorraine Bobbitt. She chopped someone's penis off and threw it out the window in my lifetime. There's something called an Amy Fisher. She shot some lady in the fucking head because she was having an affair with some other guy. This is like the teeny weeny drama of itty bitties that I live on in New York, of like, who's running the fucking league? Oh god. Okay, well, the cursing now doesn't seem so often. Oh my god, they really did leave you in the lurch. Okay, so anyway, going back to unprofessional everything around the world. Right. So the sharks in Delta Alpha Gamma, by the way, were swimming until I, like, had to have a conversation and ask those dads. I don't know how I did, but I mean, at like tippy top, like one layer of a ring of one dad needed a couple of friends in different places he knew about. Right, I got that one established. I don't know if it held, but whatever. So how do you hold a whole world and nation together when they're gonna put a gag order on you, try to hurt you every day you fucking exist, and then some superhero's gonna work to back up, but then you gotta worry about them getting hurt and family members, and you're in the middle of the shit, and the soft turd, and the guy everybody's trying to get you to can't come out of his safety league of non-participants in your part of the world because they got better things to do. Right, you got that. Okay, so now let's see, propping up my what the fuck happened to me for 42 years, right? Did you, like, a gag order? I mean, on the front, it's like a non-disclosure agreement where you have somebody put a signature because you tell them you're not allowed to say anything to anybody. I need you to sign that and stick to it, otherwise they'll kill you. Great. Okay, great. We got that established. There'll be no court. They'll just come and get you. I'll have my paperwork that you talked, and we're good. Okay, good. So, but my kind of gag order that they did on me was unbeknownst to my own self. They played around with some fancy equipment, had no permission whatsoever. There is a process to get whatever was done undone, but then there's some thievery, some payoff, some other guys that don't want to get involved, because then how's that going to look? And then am I putting myself on the line for a kid that I mean, she's the only one. This can be really tough for you all that placed the gag on her based on what's involved, because now she's not going to say anything in the first half of life when you need her to, and then she's going to come out at the end of life when it's going to be more dangerous because you're all going to be dying and forgetting and then looking like a whole bunch of assholes. Yeah, so why'd you all do that again? I didn't think that was a good way to go. Right, yeah, but you humans are not very fucking smart. I swear to fucking Christ at every level.